just itching to read it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our big Balderdash Cup where we choose the adventure of the year, and I, Otis T. Red, am the only member of the club who has been in every competition since its inception 8 years ago. I decided this year is going to be my year to win. I'm going to win because I'm going to do it the all-American way. I'm cheap. Yeah. There are 3 people who've given me a particularly tough time in the Balderdash Cup. First is a young man named Sutter Bestwick. Sutter is not going to be able to make it tonight. Called in, said he had 4 flat tires. Don't know how that happened. Then, of course, Chilton Thompson was also planning on competing. Chilton got an anonymous telephone call. Something about his wife. He's out looking for a private detective tonight. Then, of course, you saw how I got Hathaway brought out in the main salon. Hathaway is right now down in Kissimmee, desperately looking for a busload of topless cheerleaders. He will find that busload of topless cheerleaders. I was not lying about that. What he doesn't know is that they are going to be retirees from Century Village. He's going to need more than 2 hands to give them support. So it looks like I, Professor Otis T. Red, will be the only member competing for the beautiful Balderdash Cup. Let me show it to you, shall I? Oh, but first, let's all give a big hand to Fingers Zambezi! Fingers is our friendly musical spirit that cheerfully resides in our club's organ, and let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, who doesn't want fingers on their organ? And as you can see, he used to reside upstairs, but earlier in the evening there was a slight accident. He ended up down here. I have one thing to say, it was not my fault. It was not! And I am, as I said, the famous ichthyologist, Professor Otis T. Red. And tonight, our club's highest achievement, the Balderdash Cup, will be awarded to the Adventurer of the Year. But first, in accordance with club tradition, I need everyone to rise up and march along to our all-purpose club theme song. Everybody, on your feet, hidden fingers. Marching along, we're adventurers, singing the song of adventurers. March, people! Upward, down, north, south, east, or west, and adventurers, life is best. And adventurers, life is best. Ooh, before you sit down, everybody lean in. I want a group shot. You may be seated, and I might warn you people sitting at the bar, you may want to cover your drinks. I tend to sweat. And now, the precepts of this august competition. To wit, the rules. Rule number 1. College-educated crowd, I see. Each contestant will tell, or actually demonstrate, one true-to-life adventure. Then, of course, after rule number 1, always comes rule number 2. After all the tales are told, you, our esteemed guests, will decide, through your applause, who will be awarded the coveted Balderdash Cup.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes?
Excuse me.
Uh-huh.
My name is Emil Bleha. I'm a traveling adventurer from Sandusky, Ohio. Thank you. Tribe 602. And I want to compete in the Balderdash Cup.
Yeah! Sorry, but that's impossible.
Why?
Why? Because have you completed the official Adventurers Club entry form?
No, I have not.
Let's hear it for him, folks. Well, here's a picture of you looking stupid. You'll just have to talk with Fletcher Hodge.
Fletcher Hodge.
You might catch him before he leaves for Africa. Now, as I was saying, rule number 3. Each contestant must be present in the library to tell his tale. That said, let the Balderdash begin. All competing members, front and center on the stage. Excuse me, coming through. Man, the lady coming through. What? Am I the only competing member? No other members present? No Sutter Bestwick? No Chilton Thompson? No Hathaway Brown? Well, it looks like I alone.
Calling the Adventurers Club. Calling the Adventurers Club. This is Dashing Club's aviator, Hathaway. So your mother is the governor of Alaska, Brown. Anybody out of the way? Professor Lake Westminster here.
Now, as I was saying,
Here I am, Professor!
You're too late, Brown. The meeting's already started, and I'm the winner.
I don't think so, Otis. Oh dear. I don't think so, because you, sir, have forgotten all about rule number 4. Thanks, I wasn't sure. Rule number 4 clearly states any permanent member of this club is eligible for the Balderdash Cup Competition. That's right, I'm smoking. Provided, of course, that he or she exactly arrives before midnight of the contest.
Look, I get to go first.
Oh, by the way, Professor.
There was a huge plane crash. There's water everywhere. Everybody climb on. We can catch some survivors.
Put him back. Put the virgin sacrifice back. We know about the plane crash. The pilot lived.
And I couldn't find Fletcher Hodges.
Oh, then try Sutter Bestwick.
Sutter Bestwick?
It's Sutter Bestwick.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, the adventurer
Sutter
professor.
Bestwick!
I'm Professor Otis T. Redd. I was on an ichthyological expedition to the Bering Strait. My crew and I were seeking to capture the rare black Machaira marlina.
The rare what now?
A big blackfish to you.
Excellent.
I had just cast my line when suddenly I felt a big jerk. I thought of you. And a great, white, edificating theological flesh erupted from the water.
In English, please, Otis.
I had a big fish on the line and he wasn't happy.
I see. So it's another yarn of yours about the big one that got away, is it, Ren?
But that was just the beginning. You see, a squall had been building.
Squall?
Well, more like a storm.
Storm?
Well, a gale, really.
Why not a hurricane?
Bigger than a hurricane. A deluge equal to the Great Flood.
But your feet's a little wet?
Wet. The crew was swept overboard as a bolt of lightning split the main mast. The rigging fell to the deck. The boat careened out of control and sank to the bottom like a rock.
Excuse me.
Ah!
I couldn't find Sutter Bestwick either.
Then try Chilton Thompson.
You have a serious bat in the cave, man. Do you want me to go I can see it. Do you want me to get it?
I got it.
I know exactly.
I grabbed onto my... Did I get it out? I grabbed onto my pole and I hung on for dear life as the shark pulled me off the sinking boat and dragged me across the waves.
Professor, many's the time I've water skied in the wake of the Great White. It's easy.
But that was just the beginning! You see, the shark dragged me for 12 days through temperate zones, through tropic zones, through no parking zones, nibbling on whales and small tankers along the way. Oil tankers. Until suddenly he grew tired and released me on the shores of Kama Sutra. And that is how I became the first man to circumnavigate the globe without a boat.
Whatever happened to the shark?
He became a lawyer.
Sounds like Shangri-La to me now. Allow me, 6-time winner, Hathaway Brown. I don't need to tell you a tale of real adventure.
I couldn't find Chelsea Thompson.
Then you can't compete. What?
Hold on there, man. Here we go.
My face.
It's fine. Say there, little adventurer. Yeah. Do you have a tale you can prove?
Yes, I do.
Then let your story be told.
Okay.
After me. I'll do it again. I was flying relief emergency medical supplies to the victims of a cataclysmic earthquake on the remote island of Krakatoa. I wasn't sport fishing for fun like some members. I was on a mission that only I could possibly have. Okay, so I realized I was in trouble.
Oh my gosh! Sorry.
So, as one of the wings fell away from the plane, I knew
Yes, you just get out of here!
elegantly down.
Little leprechaun.
What the hell was it? Oh yes, I was winging my way across dark, uncharted waters of the South Pacific, carrying nothing but a pair of cheese sandwiches.
What kind of cheese?
American, of course. Oh, by the way, sir, you're healed. So everything's going well. I'm 30,000 feet in the air when suddenly both my engines coughed, sputtered, and died. Damn Jim. Jim, my trustworthy mechanic, had failed to fill the petrol tank. No, that's okay. I don't blame Jim. He's a good mechanic. Just dumb as a hedge. So, right, I'm hurtling my way towards the earth. My altimeter whirling around like a Viennese waltz, which I'm great at, by the way. And then suddenly, out of the corner of my eye, I spotted a tiny volcanic island with a crater lake.
An easy landing.
Well, I definitely slipped them off into the crater, only to set her gently down on what was, in actual fact, boiling hot lava! What I had thought to be a tranquil pond had turned out to be a boiling cauldron of death. Time for a cheese sandwich, grilled. I watched hopelessly as my beautiful plane, my beautiful gypsy moth, just disintegrated right there in the lava's heat. I wasn't afraid to die, you know that, don't you, dear? Of course you do. I was just saddened. Saddened that the medical supplies might not reach the little children of Krakatoa in time. Oh, hold me.
Did you walk across the lava, Saint Hathaway?
No, I didn't walk across the lava. No, I didn't walk. I didn't walk across the lava. Later. Okay. Bring your twin sister.
With a camera.
With a camera. It's Christmas for me. I remember that the tail section of the plane was made of a high-grade titanium, clutching the medical supplies to my incredibly hairy chest. I ripped the rudder off the moth and used it as a surfboard to ride the lava, and I'm surfing along the stream when suddenly the whole floor of the crater collapsed below me, and my life flashed before my eyes. To my doom, there was no escape. Thought you had a bad sea, didn't you, dear? And then, suddenly, over there, at the far end of this... Over there, Jim! At the far end of this vaulted world was an island gleaming with lights. For this, my friends, was Atlantis, the lost continent!
What did you do with the medical supplies for all those children?
I mailed them!
Lying, you have no proof.
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 No problem.
No, let's see the proof then, buddy. A book of matches from the Atlantis Bar and Grill. This is your proof?
Not only that, but in the bar I met Amelia Earhart and Will Rogers. They autographed that for you. Then Nora Duncan gave me the scar.
Oh, this is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard.
You guys sure like to talk. Sam, when is it going to be my turn, huh?
And what exactly are your adventurous exploits concerned?
Pigeons.
Pigeons.
The training of pigeons, it's an adventure. Unmatched from excitement and romance and sheer unvarnished drama.
Well, I'm sure, but who here could possibly be interested to hear a story about pigeons? Okay, fine, we can hear him out, but let it be on your heads.
They love to get all dressed up. And now, my trained pigeons and I present our tap dance interpretation of me and my shadow. Get it, Biggers? Some of you must be asking yourselves at this point, what could possibly be more impressive than training 500 one-pound pigeons? Good. Thank you for asking. Well, how about training one 500-pound pigeon? Hey, Rodan, front and center! Okay, big fella. This is your big chance. Now, whatever you do, don't tense up.
Whoa.
Okay. How much is 2 plus 2? Think, Rodan. Think. Thank you. And that has been the adventure of the Pigeon Corps. Can we proceed to the voting portion of the contest now?
Oh, yes. How many people here believe the pack of lies put forth by Hathaway Brown?
Thank you, girls. And on the other hand, how many people endorse the professor's questionable kettle of fish?
Thank you, drunks.
What do you mean you win?
Well, I win.
How do you win?
Well, there were many more drunks than ladies in this crowd.
Well, luckily for me, there are many more drunk ladies.
Oh, and finally.
How about a big hand for those pigeons?
It is with great respect that I award you the Balderdash Cup.
Signifying you as Adventurer of the Year!
Hey, no, that trophy is not yours to keep. That stays in the ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everyone that voted for me tonight. Both of you! And as you go on your way, I want you to remember our club motto. Some days you eat the bear, and some days the bear eats you. But always dress for the hunt. Good night, everybody!